Andre, man, you're back on the show. We spoke earlier. I think it's about 6 months ago. It was the middle of COVID. COVID delayed everything, and here we are. You're signed to XFC. How did that all come together?
Uh, Man, it was just since I moved back to Florida, maybe about 4 months ago. Obviously my fight got canceled in Rhode Island, so after that, there was just a big pause because of COVID. And when I moved back to Florida, something changed, man. Like I started training again, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do. Where I wanted to train, to be honest, because I figured like, oh, I'm not in the UFC anymore. Who wants to train with me? This thing is stupid like that. And yeah, I hit up my coach Conan at American Top Team. I was like, hey, I'd love to go in, and I knew that they were very closed. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know if I can get back in or not. I knew that it was strict, and he was like, yeah, man, come in, come in. Do you have a fight? I was just like, I honestly don't have a fight coming up, but my manager at that time kept telling me like, oh, Bellator is interested in you, or you might get a fight at Bellator. So I just wanted to stay ready, and that's what I told him. And Bellator never happened. None of these fights never happened, and there's about 3-4 months in now, and I'm training hard. I'm training hard. Like I gotta fight, and at this point, like I'm like, yeah, I'll take anything, man. I don't care about you know, I just want to fight, please, and couldn't get one. So I broke some ties with some people, and good relationship, and I just started doing it myself with my wife, like from day one, like for 10 years. That's how it's been. Even going into the UFC, getting into the UFC, it was me and her. So I would do the homework. What promotions are on UFC Fight Pass? What promotions are going on during COVID? And I would just send it to her, all the info, and she'd reach out to like all the promoters and whoever, like fighters, like have my friends, my teammates at ATT. If they had connections, I was getting the connections from them. I was doing everything I can to get a fight. And I saw that XFC was making a comeback. Okay, just another promotion, maybe like your 15th promotion. You know what I'm saying? And in between that, interviewing a bunch of managers. Um, you know, but that's another story. And just yeah, it was just I saw XFC was coming back, so I was just, oh, okay. I remember XFC. There was a tryout, so I was just like, oh, I had my wife fill out a tryout thing for me. Maybe if I try out, I'll be able to do it. And I was just like, but you know what? Realistically, man, I shouldn't have to try out. Maybe they'd be interested in getting a UFC vet. I'm not saying I shouldn't have to try out, but I'm just saying like maybe there'll be a deal that they want a UFC vet. And she contacted them, and a couple of days after, they were very interested. They had a main event, and then that didn't work out. So they ended up putting me. First, I was gonna just like be an alternate, in case someone had COVID. I was gonna go and fight because I was ready anyways. I didn't care, and then I ended up getting a spot at the main event spot, and then I ended up signing a 3-fight contract because they seemed very professional. They were all great people, great promotion so far, and they're treating me right. So I signed a 3-fight deal with them. I'm very happy.
Wow, that's a lot of processing right there. A lot of switches, a lot of differences from 6 months ago, or so. And when we talked last time, you said, I'm gonna rebuild, I'm gonna raise my stock. How has that process been actually without even fighting?
I think I've grown a lot. Just by that, just not even trying to raise my stock, not even trying to, but the rebuilding part, I've grown a lot, not just physically but mentally. The good thing about not fighting was like there was no stress. There was only stress of like, damn, I need to fight, I want to fight. But that stress is really nothing, you know what I mean, compared to like a fight camp and thinking you're not ready or taking a fight just because you're financially hurt. And I did that a bunch of times. I did that in the UFC, and it got back to me. So right now I'm like, okay, don't really need anything financial right now. My wife's got me. I got some stuff, on the side, doing some work, and got some money. So it's all good. I'm not in my house right now. I'm renting a place in Florida, so bill's not too bad. So I'm just like training and I'm having fun and I'm learning again. And just being at ATT, I see all these guys that, you see all these up and coming guys, and they're always hungry and they always want to get to the top spot. That's obvious. But when you see these guys that have been there and done that, when you see these guys that have been doing it longer than me, but have never even reached the big show, but they're still in there every day, grinding, happy, doing what they love, that energy just fed off on me. And I was just like, wow, these guys really just love what they do. They're there for their teammates. They represent their team. They don't have many fights coming up. And they're still in there getting better, not just as an athlete, as a martial artist, but as a person. And that really rubbed off on me, John. Like the last 2 months, last 3 months, really rubbed off on me. And I'm feeling like that same energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I got to fight now. But even if I didn't have a fight, I'd still be in the gym grinding and helping my teammates getting ready. You know?
Did you feel that hunger was slipping away a little bit, like last year or so?
You know, it wasn't really the hunger. It was like where I was at. So I was in Rhode Island again, where I started. I didn't really want to move back there, but when I moved to Seattle, it was a little tough. So I went to Rhode Island, and it was nice training with my old teams and everything like that. Um, but I really missed being around the energy. But then I was just like getting kind of like my conscience would kick in and my self-esteem would kick in and then my ego would kick in like, yo, you're getting older, or yo, you got cut from the UFC, yo, these new guys, these young guys, they're good, so I'm just like, man, do I really want to keep doing this, and why am I doing this? It was a lot of soul searching. And then I think when I came back to American Top Team and like what I just explained, like being around these guys that just are in there every day because they love it, and the coaches are great, and these guys are great. It made me like, hey, I love this too. What am I thinking? I love this too. Why am I not putting my all into this if I'm here? And and if ATT is letting me train here during this pandemic, this crisis, I need to hold myself accountable and give them the best Andre I can. And that's what I've been doing this last 4 or 5 months.
There's no other better place to do it though. If you look at the collection of
Absolutely.
flyweights and bantamweights and featherweights that you get to train with
Yeah.
over there under one roof,
I've
it's incredible day in and day out.
I feel so good. I'm at ATT. I'm full ATT, man. At first when I did my first camp there, I was still getting used to things. I was adjusting to just being there. To be honest, it was kind of weird too, because I'm coming from another team, a rival team, and like, but it was all love, man. And even when I came back, it was all love, and that was just like that made me feel like, damn, these coaches, my teammates here, they just want to be the best, and they want everybody around them to be the best. So definitely, that rebuilding thing. We'll see what happens fight night. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very confident I'm gonna win. But whatever happens, man, I know that I'm becoming better just from learning. Just love what I do. Don't look at all that other stuff, man. Don't try to be in competition with everybody. Just focus on yourself, staying in my lane and trying to be the best I can be. You know what I mean? And that's a dangerous Andre, and I'm still hungry. I feel like, coming close to this fight, I'm losing weight again. I was heavy, man. I was pretty heavy. I never got to 170. I got to 170, but now I'm at like a good weight because I fight at bantamweight. I'm not worried about the weight cut, and I'm getting mean again, man. I'm getting mean. I'm getting athletic, and I really want to put this guy away.
You're hungry. It's time to eat. XFC 43, the promotion's debut on CBS Sports, and you were talking about you were in limbo.
NBC Sports.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
NBC Sports
No, it's
Network.
all good.
It's all. But you were in limbo, man, and then you get signed, and you're the main event now, and you're gonna be debuting on the big network. What does that symbolize for you, man?
I think you know, when they say, you know, stay ready because you never know when the opportunity comes. If I didn't stay ready, you know, I would have been very hesitant of signing that fight with a good fight against a good fighter, a talented fighter, a tough guy. I would have been hesitant to sign a 3-fight contract. I would have been hesitant to fight in less than 2 months. But I stayed ready, man, and I was very confident, you know. So I signed those contracts, and I'm ready to go. You know, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take over. If it has to be in the XFC cage, Hexagon, I'm happy to do it there, man, because I'm happy right there. I'm happy being with the XFC, you know, and I can't wait to perform and deliver on NBC Sports November 11th.
Yeah, man, it's that's exciting, man. If I was a fighter and I was able to fight on such a big broadcasting channel, man,
Yeah,
it's just insane to just think about that. You know, what I mean, not many promotions have that outreach.
man. So if you think about it, like in my career, I mean, like you know, we talked about my past before.
Hmm.
I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm just a kid that grew up in a small town, and even my race itself is always looked over. You know what I mean? I'm the first Lao American to do this, to do that. But I really wish that there was somebody before me to do it, you know, so that you know I could have carried the momentum. But I could have looked up to somebody doing it, you know. Maybe I would be better. But now I'm the one to set an example. So if you look at it, this kid, this Lao kid, son of immigrants, grew up in a small town where you're not expected to do anything at all. You know what I mean? I fought on UFC Fight Pass. Okay, that's cool. Big streaming network. Then I fight on Fox Sports. Then I fight on Fox. Then I fight on pay-per-view. People paying to watch me fight, you know. Then I fight on ESPN. I fought on Access TV. And now I'm fighting on NBC Sports. So
Yeah.
that's like 7 major, you know, and I fought on another pay-per-view too early in my career. So that's like eight right there. Major TV, you know, programs. And when I was young, I always saw myself on TV. Like I want to be on TV. I want to be do that one day. And I've been on 8 programs, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that. And that's why I'm excited to fight NBC too.
You gotta be, man.
Something
You
new.
gotta be. Yeah, you gotta be. You're representing, man. And this this matchup. The guy. He's a former featherweight champ for the promotion. How do you feel about the matchup?
I feel like it's a great matchup, man. Like he likes to stand and bang. He's not just a banger. He's a very talented striker. You know, he's a 2-time Muay Thai world champion. He's got a lot of experience, and he's never lost in the XFC Hexagon cage. And I'm looking to do the same. I'm looking to bring it. You know, I'm looking to show him like, you know, I know you're good, but let's see how you do against a real veteran like me. And I'm kind of going into his home turf, so we'll see how it goes, man.
You've been out of competition around 13 months. Mentally, you seem like top notch. What about physically? And your skill set? How different are you?
My toughness is always going to be there. You
Hmm.
know, my athletic ability. I feel like it's better because what COVID did for me was, you know, I'm used to having a strength conditioning coach, and now I'm working with a great one right now at ATT. But even when I'm not working with him, even before I was working with him, I was doing my own things, you know, and like jump roping and just forcing myself to, like, oh, I can't go to the gym right now because I have my kid too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had my kid, I had to homeschool him. That's another story. Like 2 3 months, I had my kid for a little bit, and I had to homeschool him. I'll say 2 months, and yeah, with that, I was going to ATT at night, but I couldn't really go in the morning. So in the morning, every day, I just did some David Goggins stuff, man. I just got up and did things myself before I had to homeschool him, you know, and things like jump roping for an hour straight and then shadow boxing for a half hour, or going to the bridge nearby and running 5 miles, you know, like I did that every day, you know, and I feel like it really helped me mentally and physically. And now I know what I need to do, you know, And now I'm working with a coach, so now I'm even a better athlete because I'm not doing it myself. I'm doing that, and I'm doing things with my coach. So definitely, I'm turning 32 on Friday, but I don't feel like it. I feel like I'm turning 23.
Well, you look like you're 23, so that helps.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, it's that Asian blood, man. What
I
can you
know,
do?
right? Oh man, we're blessed. Thank you.
Yeah, thank God. Now, yeah, you got Conan as your coach, and what are some other relationships you built at ATT the last, like you said, about 4 months or so?
Man, yeah. To be honest, man, everyone, whenever you need somebody, they're always there, man.
Mhm.
And when they need me, I'm there. If I can make it, I'm there. So I built a good relationship with all the coaches, man. Not even just Conan, like Mike Brown, I've been working a lot with. I work a lot with my Muay Thai coaches, Cattell, Makahon, even the Muay Thai coaches I really don't work with. They're always keeping an eye out on me and giving me some pointers, like Coach Anderson. He works with Amanda Nunes and all these great guys. I have a great boxing coach, Coach Gabriel, my strength conditioning coach now, Will. And as for teammates, man, I stick with the 25ers, 35ers, and there's a whole bunch of them that I can name, but you will hear about them soon. I've been helping this guy Cody Law. He's a 45er, get ready for his fight, and that's what really got me into shape because he wrestled at Penn State and he's a national champion. So he's making his Bellator debut, I think next on October 29th, and I was his main sparring partner for that. And it's his pro debut, but I tell you what, that kid doesn't move like it's his pro debut. You know what I mean? He was a tough guy to spar and really got him into shape. Work with Pedro Munoz. I helped Marlon Moraes for his camp against Sanhagen. So there's so many guys that I can name. Like Kyoji, Adriano Moraes from ONE FC, and I got a lot of guys that you'll hear about soon, man. Guys that are just in the gym every day, like I was talking about. My friend Paulo, my friend Leo. These are guys that they should be at the top promotions, but they're not. But they will be one day.
What are the jitters like going into just practice, going into sparring? Like you go to like a smaller gym. I would think that the jitters are not there as much as you would at American Top Team.
Man, I tell you what, the only jitters I get is wrestling day, man. Because
Uh,
wrestling day is a woof. Because you're in for it on a wrestling day, and that's on Monday. So you already know that you're gonna lose like 6 pounds that day if you go, if you do the whole class and you go hard. So, but other than that, with sparring and you know, sparring especially, of course you're gonna give your opponent, give your training partner the best. They're gonna give you your best to get prepared for the fight, but I can't be going into a fight with jitters and being all nervous, right? I gotta be calm. I gotta be confident. I gotta be thinking about what I'm gonna do in a fight, right? So that's how I try to approach it in practice too. Like I'm not trying to win in practice, right? I'm trying to work on the things that I've been working on. I'm trying to push myself to the limit so that when I'm really, really exhausted, really, really tired, I know that fight night I've been there. Push the pace a little more. So that's kind of more the things I'm focused on when I go into the gym. I just want to get better every day, man. Get better every day. And if somebody ends up getting the better of me, somebody ends up winning that day, I'm gonna ask them, hey, yo, what did I do? What can I do better? That's it.
all right. Now, how do you see this fight playing out?
He's a tough guy, man, but I see me finishing him. I see me ground and pounding him and the ref pulling me out, saying you're done. Um, I'm not gonna say nothing crazy like, oh, I'm gonna go in there and knock him out because this guy's legit, man. He's a great competitor. He's a good striker, but I'm tough as hell, man. I've never been finished, and I'm not looking to be finished come November 11th. And if he can match my toughness, okay, maybe I win by decision, but that's him getting pounded on for 3 rounds. If he can't match my toughness, then he's getting finished in the second round for sure.
Do you have any set goals for XFC, or are you just taking it fight by fight, not worrying about anything else?
I signed a 3 fight contract, man, and honestly, I'm taking it fight by fight. But what I'm really excited about is XFC. Like they've been around since before I even started fighting. Since 2006. I used to watch them on Access TV. They had the voice commentating for him. My boy Nick Noel fought for them. So I used to watch them a lot, and they're looking to come back strong. Obviously, they're in NBC, right? And they're looking to come back and rebrand themselves as one of the top promotions around. So, I signed a 3 fight deal with them, and we'll see what happens in the future, But I really believe in what they're doing and what they're going for right now. They're public. They're the first public MMA
Yeah.
promotion, so you can buy stocks and stuff into them. That's huge too. So I really believe in what XFC is doing, and I'm happy to say that I'm an XFC fighter.
All right, XFC 43 main event, November 11th, Atlanta. Andre, always good catching up with you. All the best, man, and good luck with everything that you have planned with XFC, man. I see big things happening.
Thank you, brother. I see big things happening too, man. Always good to see you, man.